and welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to a, oh my Jesus. Welcome back to another day, another edition here, another group here of the Maestros of the game, group stage, round 16, group D. I'm of course Side VIP. With me, I'm joined by these amazing players, by the people in chat, and by my plushies as well. Welcome one and all, as we are jumping straight into our group. Of course, this is the fourth day, the final day of the group stage, 4 days straight of group stage action, group A, B, C, and now finally we here with the final group, with group D, to determine the final 2 players to make it through into the playoffs. We have 4 players ready here tonight. We have Maru, we have Lambo, we have Hero, and Showtime. Oh boy, 2 Protoss, 1 Zerg, and 1 Terran, as we're jumping into our first series. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Team Vitality. It is Maru. Oh, the fridge is back. Let's go, Bobby, let's go. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the German Zerg player. We have the red Zerg representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Lambo. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open, and place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our TvZ. Oh boy, again, it's been a pretty intense week of StarCraft with OSC, with SCL, with Maestros of the game as well, but we are soon to wrap up with the initial group stage. It has been an intense group stage already. We've had some more obvious results. We've had some other upsets occur as well, some crazy upsets. We'll see if we can get that here tonight. Maru, of course, coming in as the heavy favorites. Meanwhile, Lambo definitely has it in him to cause upsets. Lambo, he said this before, of course, I think we would all agree, he's very much so a preparation-based player, and he's had time to prepare for his group, to prepare for this matchup, and we'll see how he does come in prepared. Bearing in mind that Maru, in recent time, in the past year of play, has been very, very predictable in his play. He's been playing a lot of mech and been playing a lot of ARAXs in ZVT, so we'll see if that trend continues here. Do we end up in an ARAX? Do we go into mech? We'll see if Maru does go for more of the same, or if he does mix things up. Meanwhile, we'll see if Lambo can get a read on what's going on, scout what's going on, and react accordingly as well. It'll come down to Lambo scouting his reaction to what the Terran is up to. Let's go. Let us go. I see in the chat, no TikTok. Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, we typically do stream on all the platforms at once, but over the past couple of days, we have not been able to stream on TikTok. We will try to get back on streaming on TikTok, but at the moment, we do not have permission. Essentially, we don't have permission to stream on TikTok, so that is not going to be the case. So hopefully in the near future, hopefully. As now, we do have our third TC for Starport, economic opener here out of Maru. So far, so good. Likewise, Lambo just droning, hatch gas pull into a third base is saturating as well. Welcome on to Tokamak. Tokamak, of course, is one of the larger maps of the map pool, known for longer and later games, and I do lean towards Lambo when it comes to building up on 3 and 4 bases, when it comes to securing himself with a setup, with an economy, and getting into a longer game. We'll see if Maru can break through. Behind this, Starport is on the way, getting into Reactor Hellion. We have the Tech Lab into add-on salt, most likely into Banshee play. Everything's looking normal so far. Meanwhile, Lambo is going for a Roach-based opener. Roach Warren at 325-ish, or 320-ish timing is going to be early enough to make Roaches to defend. Also nice Sim City as well to secure himself against Hellion dives and Hellion run-bys. So just very safe play here by Lambo. Again, it's considered to be just safer and just more standard to open up Roaches nowadays, to go for these Roach-based openers. And we'll see if Lambo can keep up with the Hellions, with the Banshee, and with the follow-up as well. Overlord Scout does confirm the 111, does confirm the Tech Lab on the Starport, also confirms that Cloak has begun. Back at home, Lambo setting up. Tech Lab on the racks. Good to see, good to know. So we're leaning towards bio play here. Into Sim, into Raxes, into bio. Here's what we're expecting. Oh, never mind. We're going for the add-on top, but we're going to get a factory. It's looking more like a factory into mech out of Maru. We said earlier, we're expecting either mech or expecting an 8 racks. We have the answer, mech. Well, let's go. Again, this has been very trendy as of late for Maru. It's been his go-to. I'm getting it here as well. As Hellions are moving out. Banshee going to be deflected. Now, if we can call like Mecha early on, then so can Lambo. Lambo, he's, I'm sure, also aware that Maru's been very, very fond of mechas of late. But scouting is going to be the first thing he has to confirm. Seeing 6 Hellions so far is not a tell. It's normal, it's standard. As we're going into Hyperflight Rotors, into Macfield Accelerators. Again, this is going to be a Mass Banshee form of battle mech. The way this works here is that the Mass Banshee, or the Banshees, are designed to hunt down and snipe at tech structures. Sorry, no, I said tech structures. High-tech units. I'm referring to Ravagers, referring to Banelings, referring to Infestors, more importantly as well. So that is going to be a hit squad of Banshees. As more Hellions are reinforcing. At this point, seeing additional Hellions, now Mariners. Sorry, now Liminers, I should say. He's got a second Eva Chamber on the way, +1 Carapace, Infestation Pit, in towards Infestors. Oh, as Hellions doing it for the 9. Ooh, drones they line up, drone's gonna get roasted, and this is getting out of hand already. It's getting out of hand. It's gonna be up to 9, 10, 11 drone kills. Ay, ay, ay. All it takes is one swift move, and that's gonna be 13 dead workers at the 3rd base. That is a brutal damage. And with that, Maru does take an economic lead. So with this, Maru, he does take that lead. Behind this building up, more battle mech. When it comes to the Banshees, they're still active on the map. 4 Banshees. 4 Banshees moving out. And we'll see if Lambo can keep up. We got a safety infestor on the way. Banshees, they rotate. We have Overlord Speed on the way. This is, I was going to say this is typically indicative of aggression from Lambo, but he's also taking up into a hive. So we're getting some mixed signals here out of Lambo as to what he wants. But now he's going to try to keep up. Infestors have arrived. And if he can land that fungal, he can hold. Likewise, Banshee's going for the snipe. Ooh, nice position with the Queens. Very nice. If you recall, the goal here for those Banshees is to dive in, is to snipe that Infestor. Hellions, they roast up a couple of drones. It's 5 more drones going down. And Maru, he is not backing off. Moving back in. Queens are keeping up. And yo, shout out to Jay Paralyzed in the chats. Papi, thank you so much. Thank you so much for resubscribing for half a year, for 6 months, Papi, thank you. Thank you so much for the support. Do always appreciate it. Como siempre, como siempre. As we're just sniping gas geysers here, we have more factories on the way. We have 6 Vipers in production. Again, a lot of this will come down to the spellcasters, whether it's Infestor, whether it's Viper. Has a lot of potential here to either blind and cloud or abduct, or even parasitic bomb. But alas, Lambo, he needs a little bit more time. Maru still being active. Once again, going for the mineral line. This time is deflected. This time is deterred. As it's going to be, I believe, a kill. Yeah, that was a kill, not a cancel. On the hatchery. As we get a couple of nice abductions. Yeah, 3, 4 for Jesus. Abducts most of those cyclones. Nicely done. At the same time, Banshees here on the right hand side. They get a gas geyser, but not much else. The Queens do respond. Oof. Brutal lock-ons. Nice fungal though, very nice. The chain fungal as well. Yeah, lands a chain fungal, and Lambo is snowballing out of control. He shuts down the main army. The abductions were brutal earlier, and quickly checking was able to shut down 14 cyclones. 14 cyclones going down. How many are left? 6. 6 cyclones remaining. Now is the moment here for Lambo. Now is the time. He's got plenty of energy. He has the energy. Where are the abductions? Oh, late reaction. Yeah, late reactions. That's 2 Vipers going down, 3 Vipers even. Oof. Yeah, Lambo not quite paying attention. He's so close to breaking Maru. So close. Couple more abductions. Yeah, lands a couple more. Does he have a fungal? Oh no, he does. Oh no. Yeah, doesn't quite land the fungal. But he has gotten across the map, pushing into the mineral line. He's going for the kill, going for the throat. The fungal would have helped here, but regardless, it looks like he will overwhelm. It takes out the entire mineral line. That's going to be 18 SCVs falling. Maru, he does hold, but that was brutal economic damage. And the purpose and the goal here of going into this battle mech style is to maintain map control. To maintain map control, to keep the pressure on the Zerg player, to not allow them to move out on the map like that. But the efficiency was too much. How many spellcasters do we have left? 4. 4 Vipers. 4 Vipers are remaining. Maru upon losing all those workers, it's going to take a long time to rebuild. Oh, as Maru, he has no orbitals. Yeah, 0 orbitals to defend. Very greedy. Just hyper greed out of Maru, which means Ling Ramais could achieve that much more. Army is revealed on the right, and the Lambo is moving on the left. He does move in. Maru, he's racing from across the map. He's racing over. Where are the Vipers? Vipers now moving in. There aren't that many Hydras here, though. They have a couple of abductions. Vipers, they pull away. Nice break of the lock-ons. forcing out some scans. But Lambo, he was lacking an army here. At the same time, Roaches, they counterattack. They do somewhat get into a mineral line. They get some harassing damage. And Lambo should be able to max out. How many Vipers does he have left? Still has 4. Still has 4. Still has 4 left over. Lambo has been out trading, and Lambo, again, he's still so close to breaking Maru. So close, Backy, so close. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any infestors left over. Like, a couple of fungals here and there can go a long way. As we're switching almost exclusively into Ling Hydra. Things having some decent trades. Oh. Yeah, force to throw down a Blinding Cloud. Less than ideal. Nice for a Trombi. Gets into the mineral line. Lambo coming in from behind. We'll see if he can collapse in, as he will lose an expansion. Yeah, losing 2 bases. Lambo, he does not collapse in. He's trying to lure Maru further in for a surround. Wants to catch him. In doing so, he's taking too long. Maru, he's maxed out. The advantage, the momentum that Lambo had isn't really there anymore. He just lost 2 bases. He just lost the expansions. Doesn't have too much of a bank to work with under the cancellation. Lambo's getting into lurkers. This could work. Lambo catches out some of the cyclones. Better trade here for Lambo. Yeah, much better trade, much better catch. At the same time, though, he's losing more expansions. Yeah, I'm not too fond of the idea of going to lurkers. This can still work, just a different kind of playstyle. As lurkers have a really hard time catching this army and surrounding. And Lambo, he'll lose all these Hydras. As you can see, the Cyclones, they can just avoid the Lurkers. They can just avoid them. With Mass Lurker, you can try to force a fight by pushing across the map, but defensively here, I have to favor Lambo. Sorry, I have to favor Maru. Maru pokes in, gets another Lurker. Gets another three more Lurkers go down. And Lambo, he's broke. Lambo, he's lost too many bases. He has no economy. Lambo, he was so close earlier. Oh, here he does take a better fight. But again, Lambo, he teched up into, what was it, yeah, Greater Spire, into Lurkers. Because this tech switch, Lambo, he lost all that momentum. Everything slowed down. And we can see Maru remaxing with Vikings, with tanks. He's going for more starports. He is switching his own army composition. Nice thing, runway. Once again, abusing the fact that there are no planetaries. True. Does abuse Maru. Oof. As he gets 15 SCVs, 15 workers going down. Lambo finally pushing out. We spoke earlier that Lambo, if he can wedge himself in between these bases, he can force the opponent into the Lurkers. Force the fight. Oh. The Vipers are going to be thrown away. Losing both Vipers. Lurkers are moving in. They're trying to push forward. Once again, brutal lock-ons. And it's all or nothing here for Lambo. He has to end the game. And he's not quite making it in. Barely not. Oh no. Goes within range of the tanks. Small Lurkers going down. And Lambo will be cleaned up. He will be cleaned up here. Losing every single Lurker. Again, Lambo, he was desperate. And he achieved quite some damage. He got 36 SCVs. That's not nothing. But GG. Yeah, GG gets called. There's just nothing left. And Maru, he will take game number 1. GG. Ooh, GG, well played. Maru, he does take a lead in the series. Again, Lambo, he was looking quite good. I was very, very impressed by Lambo's play, especially early on when he had his Vipers, when he had his Infestors, catching out the army, landing Fungals, landing the Abductions as well. Lambo, he was out trading Maru. Lambo, he was ahead. He was ahead. He had a better mid game, I would say, against Maru. And then Lambo decided to take up. He did decide to get a Greater Spire, to get a Lurker Den, to start working towards Lurker upgrades. As you mentioned at the time, switching into Lurkers like that, it's just a different playstyle. And also, when you're investing your resources into all these upgrades and into all these tech structures, it slows down your remax, it slows down your army, it takes away a lot of your momentum, it allows the Terran player to max out, to build up. And we saw that Lambo was really tentative with his army. Specifically, I'm referring to the moment where where Lambo, he was up 30-40 supply. He had 2 groups of Ling Hydra, and if you remember, he kept backing off. Like, he kept retreating, kept backing off. Maru, who was poking in, he got 1 expansion, got another base, and he got a 3rd base. He killed 3 hatcheries, like, in the matter of 60 seconds. And Lambo, he kept backing off. He was very, very tentative about engaging, and he allowed Maru to just kind of bully him and take down 3 bases, one after the other. It was crazy. Eventually, Lambo, he started attacking, and he was able to catch some reinforcements and catch a portion of Cyclones, but he had sustained so many losses waiting for that to happen. GG. GG, well played. With that, Maru does have a very impressive comeback out of Maru. He does take the first game in the series, and we'll see if he can take a lead here. I will say that after game 1, I'm more confident in Lambo, but I feel like Lambo needs that confidence. He needs the confidence that I have in him and he himself. Lambo, he's known for being a little bit doomer, and again, being and lacking, you know, that kind of confidence that he used to have at one point. That definitely has impacted some of his play at times, hoping that he can come at this with a bit of a fresher mind. But here we go. As we're getting into game number 2 and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Maganatha, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Team Vitality. It is Maru. Yo, that fan is blowing. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the red Zerg player. The red Zerg representing Shopify Rebellion, the land of Germany. It is Lambo. Here we go. And again, really impressive play out of Lambo in that last game. Like, he was straight up just out trading. He was out trading Maru, he was killing bases, he was killing mineral lines. Lambo, he was doing very well, very well for himself. But again, you know, he did decide to slow things down. It allowed Maru to recover, and from there Maru did snowball out of control, maintaining a stronger economy, having better trades, and yeah, just bullying the base count of Lambo, just ensuring that Lambo could never quite recover, never quite build up, at least economically. Not after a certain point. See, chat, maybe slight premature GG. Nah, the writing was on the wall. the writing was on the wall there, unfortunately. Like, Lambo, he was down in economy, he was down in workers, down in army. Like, it was... It was looking quite rough there. But regardless, we're getting into game 2. The fan, yeah, I heard that it's quite humid at the moment. Very humid in Korea. Very humid. We go. It's my favorite esports channel. I had live VIP for every RTS I watch. Ah, appreciate it, Jay. Appreciate it. Much love. Much love. Someone I discovered that the Polish players on the CranKy Ducklings channel, I mean, they're just very active. Share my papi, share. They're very active. Oh. As from here, we're going for a standard opener. Hatchgas Bull at Lambo does claim a third base. Likewise, we do see Maru going for a third CC before starports. So economic openers all around. Last game, this ended up going into mech, of course. And as, I guess just to re-emphasize, Maru has been playing either a lot of mech or a lot of ARAXs in this matchup. So one or the other is what we are expecting. I should also say that even if he plays mech time and time again, he often does have different variations on mech. At some points, he does go into this heavy Banshee, speed Banshee battle mech style. Other times he will skip that and go into and just reinforce and commit a little bit harder into battle mech, into earlier blue flame, into a more of a Hellion heavy composition first. So he does have some adjustments here and there for sure. That's something to bear in mind. Something to bear in mind when it comes to the openers. There's some Hellbat push variations as well. For now, third CC. And once again, it's going to be on Lambo to confirm what's going on. Sure, Maru, he played mech in game 1, and we're expecting more mech in the series, but doesn't mean he can't play Bayer. So Lambo has to figure out what exactly is happening. As Maru this time does open up with the initial Viking, which means he delays the add-on swap. Now, Viking first at times can indicate something like BC play. If that was the case, though, we'd see a Fusion Core. I feel like we would already see a Fusion Core at this point. Meanwhile, Hellions, they bust into the main. They get into the main base. 5 drones going to be going down, and we have double eBay on the way. We're not going into mech, we're going into bio. Not just bio, this screams 8 racks. Oh boy. Again, that is 2 eBays before the second racks. So because we're getting into 1-1 upgrades so quickly, this isn't about 1-1, this is about 2-2. This is about 2-2. Hitting with a 2-2 timing with your A-rack setup with a 3 base all-in. This is going to hit very hard. And checking Lambo's vision, he hasn't seen much. He saw the research. Okay. He saw some research, but actually canceled. I said never mind. Did cancel. Again, delaying those upgrades in favor of the double eBay. We can see Lambo going for a Balin S first. Very safe play out of Lambo. This will slow him down. Basically, this Balin S timing is designed to defend against a Hellbat push, right? If Maru was going for Hellbats, then Lambo would shut it down. Unfortunately, because of the Balin S timing, that means late upgrades, late Eva chamber, late lair. So this is a 5-10 lair timing, and again, like 5-15 Eva chamber timing. This all could have been earlier, as the early Baneliness isn't really achieving anything here because there's no aggression, because there's no early push. So a slightly worse follow-up here out of Lambo, as he wasn't fully aware as to what was happening. I mean, he was fed misinformation here. As Lambo saturating his own third base. You can see the armory is on the way. This is for what? For 2-2. We spoke about it, right? 1-1 is almost done. Bam, then straight into 2-2. And it's going to hit like a truck. It's going to hit quite hard. Now, Lambo, he is free to drone up and saturate his third base for sure. He can get up to 3 base saturation. And a lot of it will come down to the engage, will come down to his creep. Here come another 3 Raxes. That is going to be the final 8 Raxes. There we go. So here we go. The 8 Rax is coming into gear. Third base, we should be skipping the gas geysers. So 3 base all in out of Maru. It's not here yet. Here comes the initial double drop. Gets a queen. Yeah, 1 queen goes down. Marines are still amassing. The Hellions were preserved from the early game so they can morph into Hellbats, which will help just support the army. And Maru is still building up. Lambo joining up to 70. Hellbats are morphing in. Getting another queen. That's 2 queens going down. Bathing speed is done. Up. Oh, we get some decent mine connections. And what's important here isn't how much damage is being dealt. I mean, did get 2 queens, but the creep. Like, the creep is receding, making it easier for Maru to reinforce. Drop on the right. Remember, so far this is only drop play. The main push has yet to really kick in. That's why we're just keeping the Hellbats at home, keeping reinforcements at home. Still waiting for those upgrades. So we're still building up. And again, this is like the fastest 2-2 that you can get as Terran. As a reminder, that was double eBay before the second Rax. 2-2 is almost done, and here we go. We're sending it. And this is what Maru's been building up towards. We got how many? We have 12 Marauders, 36 Marines, 8 Hellbats. We have our medics as well. Sorry, medevacs. As he moves out, Lambo moves in. Nice run by. He will delay Maru. Aliens, they get into the mineral line. SCV's going down. Very nice counterattack. On the one hand, this is getting some nice damage. On the other hand, does Lambo have enough to defend back at home? Oh boy. There's a scan. Maru, he will lose 19 SCVs. Again, very nice run by here by Lambo. Lambo, he abandons the third. With the 4th base. Does give it up. Can afford to. Morphing in more Banelings. Being patient. We have 20 links in production. Maru, he's going for the kill. Remember, he's all in. It's all or nothing. Decent spread. Yeah, spreads nicely. Banelings, they crash into mainly Hellbats. And Marines are stimming in. Yeah, he's done it. Maru, he has done it. He has broken through. Sure, Lambo, he broke the third. But remember, the third base didn't matter. This was an all-in. It was an all-in. And Maru, he breaks down the natural. GG gets called. And Maru, he will take the series 2-0. Advancing on to the winners match. GG. Whew. GG, well played. A very strong build here, strong timing from Maru, going for the early double eBay into 2-2 timing into ARAX. It hits very, very hard, and as you saw, on the one hand, yes, Lambo, he got a lot of damage done across the map, but it did not matter. Did not matter in the end. The ARAX hit so insanely hard, and without that extra link bane to defend, there was not enough to defend. We had some decent baning connections, but there was just so much bio there for Maru. So many Marauders, so many Hellbats, so many Marines, so much bio. GG. GG, well played. With that, Maru, he will claim the series 2-0. And with that, he'll advance on to win this match. If you're a fan of Lambo, do not worry, do not worry, do not fret, as Lambo, he has another chance. This is, of course, a GSL formatted group, so Lambo, he's down to the elimination match, waiting for the loser of the next series. Maybe that loser. For now, though, we are going to be getting ready for a break, because up next, we have our next series. It is going to be a best of 3 between Hero and Showtime. Catching up. Go. A32-2 push. It's a 8 racks, 3 base all in. 3 base all in. But yes. With that, we are going to be going for that break. And we'll see you guys soon. As you can see lined up, we have Hero versus Showtime, then into the winner versus Maru, then into the loser versus Lambo. So we have plenty more matches left, plenty more matches ahead of us. We'll see you soon after the break. See you soon for that PvP. See you soon.